Petersen is my guest, and he was just telling me a story about this, which I feel you should hear.
But one thing that used to happen, Gary, my appearing would kill the song because the song is too big. And then when you see the guy who did it, you can.
Oh, did you have your dreads at that time?
No. I had a wet look.
I've seen this man change over the years from that wet look to dreads to the many other all these different transformations that you've had to go through, man. That was like 2 years ago when we sat in the studio talking when you were last here.
Yeah, it could have been 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Could have been
2021, I think. 22.
Yeah, so maybe like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I mean, good to have you back.
Yeah,
as always.
I almost say this feels good to be here, like in
like in there. I know, right? Okay, so the last time you were here, Zagaze, we were going through your story. But first of all, it's tradition. We need to welcome this man. Come on, guys. It's great to have him. It's great to have Zagaze in the studio. We were going through your journey in music.
Okay.
And we stopped somewhere because we didn't have enough time. Because your journey has been it seems like you've been in the industry for 30 plus years, man.
Maybe 25, but as a big artist, like somebody who's known the whole country, maybe only 19. So, 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years. But I'm practically... I started even 5 years before
I know. So that's like how the journey starts for many, right?
Yeah.
So when we say you get your first hit, maybe that's when you're known to the world.
Yeah. But there are those that are lucky that just
Pamene Apoche, one time,
two
boom.
years in starting, make it a year. Yeah.
And it happens.
Yeah.
The last time you were here, you shared with us the story of how this song came about. How this song came about. You shared with us how you linked up with Ozzy because he was already established at the time in the game, and then he accepted to jump on the song. You met on a bus or something like that, and there it was. You shared that story. Do you think you can remember? This song is almost 20 years old. The words in the song.
I think so. I remember recording this in November 2005.
November 2005.
Yeah.
So we are 19 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And like you were sharing the story, you had recorded other songs, then he passed.
This was the last song we did. You've done the album, but you feel like there's something missing, and we're like, most of the songs were a little bit softer and mid-tempo, and every Wedding Day, Promise, Ono. I think the only thing that was hardcore was something I recorded in 2004 in Chingola, which was Wine Your Body Girl.
Yes.
So we're like, let's try to do something a little bit bouncy, and then we started working on this one.
And then
the last.
And then it came up.
Yeah.
Okay, this show is called Fakapo Vocal. And we bring you in here to do karaoke of your own songs. Things that fans will try and do.
Yeah.
So what we do is we take out most of your verses, your words, your lyrics. There's backing vocals in the music that perhaps will help in a way, but you are Zagaze. You won't forget. So let's go. I think it is wise for us to start from here. We'll start with Munyaole itself. Yes. Let's go.
Okay,
Fakapo Vocal.
This is interesting. Ozzy and Petersen. Amvela panyeleza, ndiye palivuto. Oh, this is where Ozzy responds. Okay, cool. I'll do the Ozzy part. Amvela panyeleza, ndiye palivuto. Amvele musha iwe munyaule. Amvele musha iwe munyaule. Amvele musha iwe munyaule. Amvele musha iwe iwe. Yamise ukaona muzako na mavuto dandaula kubaza amabaza chivutani kulemela afuna chandizo mutima wako manguzula ukamugwira palivuto aza kondwela ngati kuli wina bamushe sivonekela bati iwe busy ungopenda chemadola ulina mwayi usaziwone kuchenjela mutandize muzako mavuto ya zakabwela na iwe munyaule amvele musha iwe mutandize amvele musha iwe munyaule amvele musha iwe iwe yeah.
Hey. First verse done. You haven't forgotten anything there.
Is it? Scary though. But you know when you're trying to run away from forgetting, you might forget. But it's something that you do every day. Like, Munyaule angele musha iwe. Angele musha iwe. Ambele musha iwe. Original sound man, bad man. Yami say, Chingankale pane bali la chabenjala. Oh, this is part where Ozzy comes in. Neka nikambe, kuti muzive, zamenene funa kuti mutichitile. Iwe.
Yeah, we should have had Ozzy. We need to get Ozzy in here as well to do that. So on that same album, Munyaule, this song was also one of the big songs on that album.
Oh no.
So let's go.
Okay, let's go. Rewind select a DJ. Let's start.
We start again?
Yeah, man. Yami say, Babli Mama Buteng. Original sound damn top. Big man, a big man. Bad man, a bad man. Yekiribe sing, oh no. Nifuna na kulanga. Nifuna chapa vala meso yanga. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nikalanga na kumbali. Bafana bonsi bankala mabali. Wachikulile bakwatila na mbali. Nikankala nizifunzani wai. Si nikalanga na kumbali. Bafana bonsi bankala mabali. Wachikulile bakwatila na mbali. Nikankala nizifunzani wai. Kanzi chalo chienda kuti. Pakulemera paka ungale mfiti. Olo chabe chika wala la chamfuti. Olo kamalonda nyonso na pajuti. Ngana kumbuyo. Usiku nikagona kutulo. Petersen ni muona ine uyo. Vakumbuyo vimusirizana tulo. Ala mwandi mavuto ya kupya. Nikalanga kweni choka kuyofya. Ngatibane umoyo nitocha. Sinifuna kufa munga ndine pocha. Dagamise oh no.
Oh.
Unachame para meso yanga. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nyaka zambili titnanga. Oh je. Vamushe vinaleka kuoneka. Vamami dadi vanasova. Lyonze mvula iniroka. Kapena chechirenga ni masoka. Awe neonalema. Oh no. 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 Nyaka zambili titamanga. Kumana lelo tikali musanga. Yami said that again. A Petersen zaga ea. Babli bamambuten.
So clearly, this is like 20 years old as well.
Yeah.
From that same album, and a few lines there. Petersen can't remember this.
Not really.
This song. Yeah.
It's only because I started the verse when the chorus was still on.
Right.
This chorus was like that. Most of the chorus will be doubled by two. Will be done doubled, but this one was like done 3 times.
Uh-huh.
So, but anytime, any place, I can sing this song. Where to say? Yeah.
Petersen Zakaze is here. So we've been getting messages of what songs people want you to perform.
Is it?
Yeah, the voice notes have come through. One of the bigger ones is the song that I always say when I'm thinking about music for this time of the year. December 1st is World Earth Day. People always talk about Musia Toping. Yeah. Petersen has to perform that song. That's what messages that came through. Also, other messages that came through. People want you to perform from your Job 1313 album. This song here. Tell us the inspiration behind it.
Okay, so this one right here. I think this was also the last song I recorded for Job 13.
Is it?
Yeah. Like you've done with the song, but with the album, but you just want to put in something that you feel okay has to talk. You're thinking it doesn't have a gospel song, so we're like, yeah, we need to put in a gospel song, but it should be gospel where I'm preaching the gospel, or just you're talking about things like let me preach to the preachers.
Yeah.
And then I did the first version. I was recording this at Danny Kaya's music studio that was at the Playhouse.
Oh, okay.
So he came in and I played it for him. Like I played him a couple of songs and he said, look, right now I'm doing this. That's what I'm working on. And he's like, because that song that I did was on a different bounce and I was just trying to tell a story like what happens. Then he was like, how about you put it in a way where you are telling the story, it's you who went to church, and so from there that's when we're like, okay, now let's change it, let's make it a bounce that is closer to Nilabeko, let's make it a bounce that's closer to what people know Petersen for. And
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we hammered this one.
So you think you can remember the vocals?
Anytime,
did you think about any time maybe having Danny on the song?
On this one?
Yeah.
No.
You were just going to go all out.
Because mostly what happened is that I was making him listen to most of the songs and then just hear his say. Because we were like working on the album at the same time. I think he just finished working on his album. And then he would play me some of the songs, and then I took time to play for this just to hear what he says and where we can tighten up. If in Kumbati Kudia also, he's the one who even played that kind.
Is it?
Yeah, like adding spices here and there, giving advice here and there, and changing the music to what it was and what it became.
Nice, I like that. I mean, I like that you bounce off with a fellow artist. It's not like, no, it's Neka, you know?
The thing is, I know the artists that I have to learn from. Like MC Wabuino knows quite a lot of things that I do not know. And I need to learn from, even up to date. He was there way before me, and he understands quite a lot of things, and he made whatever he created is what inspired me to make what I make. Danny as well. JK, I learned a lot from JK, more especially on how to treat social pressure and how people treat you in society and how they refer to you. If you ever hit the wall and you feel like the world is against you and you just want to walk back with your head high again, I think Jack is the right person.
He's the guy
to sit with
that you run to.
I feel like this. Explain to him how you feel and what. I think he will just put you in the right state of mind.
He will tell you straight up, okay, this is how it should be.
How you should handle, how life is, how people look at things, the types of people in the world. They do this. You read people in the air. Like, he'll give you a real picture of the society you live in. And you start, when you meet a person and he greets you, you are able to understand, this person who's greeted me is this kind of person. And JK is good at that.
It's the guy that will tell you.
That's why he's good at handling almost every person.
Listen, let's hear you do a vocal on this one here.
Messiah.
Petersen is in the studio. He's about to do a live performance. Well, let's not call it. Well, it's live. It's live in the studio. So Amakwe Church from Job 1313. Let's go.
Fakapo Vocal.
Yeah, man. Original sound dancer emperor Petersen Zakaze. Listen to this. Kaboom! A blister. Sunday morning aukazagaze penaenda kuchechi chali ya kale. Every Sunday ni maukaole mana tulo twa mashozi yapa Saturday. Na atilelo nini chebwino ningafike na kuchechi ni pempeleko. Ni ukachabe mu intercession hello worship rumba ni praise. Bangono chabe ayamba pasita kulali kila pandalama mankucha anakokola pa offering prosperity na marriage na chuma chapa chalo amaliza chabe bayamba announcing palinkaniza maselling na buying nyumba ya mulungu kusanduka mariketi ne kudabwaye meza ya bwelela sopa chalo ukwapule na futi ndaba bantu bayamba futi kukulisa makwebo mchechi Yesu Kristo shibwela no wembya ifikoti na futi Mchechi na futi amakwebo mchechi yapula washalavyo kushitisha mafuta amakwebo mchechi yapula Ine ni nazimvera monga Elian pamene busana tomola pama million olona nkalama ningi kopanda jechi ndaba vintu vajinja nga kamilian ati brother miukeni akulisa Toyota negoshebo mumupingo motoka balondolo na mtengo wa kuchecha tikondati elda nyendwa misheki bakoka nyapo ati sita zena zangala na bribe Saturday ati blessa with 20 pini chabe enjoy the funny bafaka kona hallelujah amen kuli nyumba ili kati kuvila munga kame na brother mulambiza ine kuzifunza mumutima bushobu nkulimwa
You could see him in the studio
Yami say original sound dancer Emperor Petersen Zagaze the baddest himself representing for the dance on the girl them fraternity all day every day on Hot FM. Kaboom kaboom.
Oh man.
Ekilibe kanulube ekilibe kanulube ekilibe kanulube bulo bad man. Kaboom, kaboom, Batman standard.
Listen, Petersen is here. You can call us and, just let us know or let Petersen know how you feel about his performances. He's performing some of your favorite songs. There's so much. I don't even know where to click on in terms of him performing. So there's a little more coming up. Yeah, we're going to try as much as possible to squeeze in your favorites that he can perform for us in the studio.
Burning up Zambia. Hot.
Oh, Petersen is still here. He's doing a live set in the studio. So quickly, Petersen, big fans sending their shout outs. Ishmael says, Amakweo Muchech has been his ringtone since it came out. Kaboom! He even puts kaboom, pala. Kaboom! Yeah, and then TC Tawanda Chawatama says, the one and only Petersen, I need an autograph.
Yes,
so, boss, I need to give you a pen. Mufake autograph.
Somewhere.
That's when I can send Petersen sent so that they deliver.
Okay.
Awesome stuff. So, I've always told you this. Bobo Jani is one of my favorites from you. I think the body of work was amazing. The producer you worked with. And the sound that it came out with at the time was so impressive. And you've shared the story of how it was, how you linked up with Ben Blazer, you went to the Copperbelt, Munankara, you stayed with Dariso.
I stayed with him for about 6 to 7 months.
On the Copperbelt.
On the Copperbelt.
Yeah, I mean, the work in here is just amazing.
I think Bobo Jan is one of the first works to be done on the Copperbelt in the recent times of Zambian music. Yes, we had quite a lot of other artists like the Glorious Band before that. Yeah, but during our era and the time of contemporary sound, apart from Ephraim Mutalange's gospel album, I think on the secular scene, really,
which was Ben Blazer.
It was
as well.
Bobo Jan, Ben Blazer.
I want you to sing the song, and for whatever reason,
I just didn't scream the word Copala on the album.
Oh yes,
but I could have branded myself easily as a Copala artist.
You could have thrown that in. Yeah. I want you to perform this song because this was the first song you brought to radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
For the album. And I remember at the time I was doing breakfast with Lazak, the late Zach.
Up there, upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it came different because, look, this is you on the high and you come with this sound, which was different at the time. And they were like, wow. And we would play it on the breakfast show. It was like, oh, okay, this is a new sound. Tell us, what was the inspiration?
Okay, so mostly everything was centered on the drop of the Jerry Fingers bass. There's a certain way Jerry Fingers used to drop his bass, especially if you listen to the album Bob Mabege 2004, Mr.
True, yes.
And a lot of other works that he did. So when I went to Ben Blazer, mostly that's what I wanted, but Ben had his own sound.
Right.
But the drive was the bass.
Okay.
And I think he understood me.
He understood what it is you wanted to do.
Yeah. So because this beat, he practically made it without me in the studio.
Okay.
We just spoke on the phone. I was in Kawata. He was in the Copperbelt. He's like, I want us to work on a song. I'm gonna make a beat for you. How do you want to change that? So, I tried to explain the type of sound I wanted and everything like that, and then he did. And mostly, almost every music producer that I go to, I interpret my sound, and then they put in their expertise on how it should sound.
Okay.
To sound
so you're like, okay, I'm thinking this.
I have a picture of how it should sound, and then I try to bring it out from my mouth, and they always hear the right thing and play. So you can see it's easy for me to work with M-Fire, Marie, easy to work with me with Jerry D. And it was very much easier to work with Ben Blazer because he knew
exactly what he wanted to get from there. All right, so let's go. Let's see if you can remember a vocal. There's some help. There's some help, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just go with it. It's Fakapo Vocal, so.
Kulibe intro Fakapo Vocal
Blister Ine sindine Petersen Kapena ni lavu yako Holo kapena mubili wako Kapena mutima wako Vili vonse vamene uli navo Kapena ni lavu yako Holo kapena mubili wako Kapena mutima wako Vili vonse vamene uli navo Baby girl jikashana mwandi waliyemba. Oh, so we went to the first, second base. Yawa mama chapa. Nichamushe mutima wakaine wakumbi. Yeah, welcome. Let's go. Rewind selector.
We go from the top. Just to go from the top. Let's go.
This is lovely. Oh yeah. Good. Kapenda ni damu yako.
Okay. On the same album, there's this song here, which I get requests on the show.
What's this song?
Yeah. Are you ready? Do you remember the lines?
Let me do the lines for the first verse of Nilabeko, then we'll come to this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, you're up for it.
No. What I did is that I went to the second verse, but the backing vocals are answering to the first verse. So I'm like, no. This is not how we do it. Let's go.
We're getting a music lesson here, guys. Okay, so let's go. Rewind.
Yeah, man. Lovely. Original Zambian, for Petersen, Zagaze. Nipase konane nilabeko. Holo kapena mubili wako. Kapena mutima wako. Yeah, man. Nipase konane nilabeko. Kapena mutima wako. So, the first verse is about one leg in the water. Let me say that. Nichazona. That's how we start. Nichazona mutima wanga ile wakufela. Nikakuona nzelu zanga zimapela. Mumendo kuzizida kukangiwa nofendela. Unanipaza musevene ugodela. Museni vaso na babula bolevela. Kulibe wina futi ndiwe badonkela. Lovely lady mami wanga inenchetekela. One leg in the water, another one at the fire. That's what I wanted to prove.
That's what you wanted to prove. So now you get it.
It is just the backing that just threw me the other
way.
You
off.
Yeah.
Akumbuka Petersen, guys.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, mostly when I'm performing live, especially with this song, you can intertwine the verses. I can start with the last one or the second one, it still goes. But on a CD where it's recorded and the backing vocals are there, you actually have to.
Let's speak about that, as a matter of fact. I've seen you perform a lot live sets. What are your thoughts of performing with backtracks? Because we've seen this happen. Not just here, even when we have international artists that come through, they'll use a backtrack and everything else. What are your thoughts on that?
For me, really, backtracking limits me as an artist.
Okay.
Because I have to do it as it was recorded and prepared before the performance.
Right.
But for my kind of performance, I perform according to the mood of the people.
Yes.
So the funny part about performing with something that is already
recorded and lined up,
you just have to do it. Whether people are still on a low, like it's still in spirit, low in spirit, you just have to do it as hype as it was in the studio or how you prepared it. But the good part about recording with performing with a live band where everything is being played, if I look at people are still in a chilled where they're just sitting down, they're still I can
hype them up.
I can just try to say, let me just move with them. I can just say, okay, make it softer, don't play too much, let's just work with
so you're directing, you're telling your band.
Yeah, I can just tell them, let's work with the chords and everything. For now, my guys, the guys that I work with, my team, they understand me very much. They know my body movements. When I move like this, I want to be hyper. When I stand in a certain way, they know that, okay, now it's going to be chilled. So the biggest engine I have for my live band is Zefe. Zefnat is a drummer.
Okay.
He is able to detect the tempo, the hype, how smooth it should be, whether we should be just a little bit, then I can talk to the people. A hyper song can be sung in a most calm way, according to the audience, if they are still getting into.
Okay.
When they are in, even a very soft song can be sung in the most hype. Like the moment that Musia Topinge will come, even if it's too soft, people can sing it with
you hype it up. You would try and do the original, because you told us that the original was bumpy and then
yes. The original Musia Topinge was more of a ragga song, and Ben was like, no, let me play it the way I feel it should sound. And he did that,
and that's how it was. Listen, since we've spoken about Musia Topinge, let's just go with it. Let's go with Musia Topinge. You remember the vocal to that?
All the time.
Let's go.
Petersen Zagaze, blazing a blazing Ben, a blister. Petersen Zagaze, blazer me say, akali kupema oxygen ngongena, loko ni moyo wotopinga, ungakambe chani we. Blister, musie atopinge umoyo, amwelepo ye nangu muzako, ndaba chalo chinzu na iwe, kapera zaona komaino, musie atopinge umoyo, amwelepo ye nangu muzako, ndaba chalo chinzu na iwe, kapera zafika komaino. Pano pachalo ni vambiri vitipaya, imfa ye veri benkani zatu chawa, olemela wa mafu imanaya, kutengera kumuzi na kawaya waya, bali imfa kulibe alina pawa, ungazicheza lero mairo tataya, manzi ya mapaya na motoka imapaya, manje umoyo ulibe spare taya, ukadwala ni kusakira mangwala, kulimba nayo paka the last hour. Kutopinga po jabi for long life, kutopinga po jabi pa umoyo wako, kutopinga po jabi na bode balance, kutopinga po everybody sing. Yo Zagaze ya Babli mama buteng Petersen Zagaze Daba chalo Nibambidi benzo dwala na kuyonda, kuma kungala chonjolero ni kukonda, ni kutopinga po kwa sida waina, kuzisamana na kuibala kovina, nisemuna motoka ikasira gas ifunika fiwelolo zanda pants kuyaka kanga yake ulina chance yopemana kuyina kulibenas ngati matenda yaliko mankwala yaliko umoyo ni wako mune topping apo yeza African potato kuvilisa muketo oloka pena wamene wa matepo venangu bango jumpa kutunsimbi anso vena zivashika na mabibi manje ve atopping apo jabi for long life atopping apo jabi pa umoyo wake abachalo chizuna iwe kapena zaona komairo musiye adopinge umoyo amwele koyinango muzako abachalo kapena zafika komairo ngati wadwala matenda yalibe mankwala life ya shupa wale tatandizo busheunga kane iwe ngati zate yafika zaleti za shupa ufunika kukuka vale tatandizo busheunga kane iwe ngati wadwala matenda yalibe mankwala life ya shupa vale tatandizo busheunga kane iwe ngati zaleti za shupa wanegdadi wotanala wanadifaya koma
again. Man, this is one of the most requested for you to perform today.
Is it?
Yeah, both on Facebook when we will put you out there to say you're coming on Fakapo Vocal. The messages here coming was this song, man.
Oh yeah.
The impact that this song has had over the years, man. 20 years and all the time when we
most disappointing part about this song is no organization that fights against HIV and AIDS
has adopted it,
ever worked with it.
Wow.
In 2008, I remember you approaching a lot of very known organizations that were promoting the use of ARVs, fighting against the HIV/AIDS, and especially this one was fighting too much against stigma.
Yeah, because there was that.
Yeah,
there was a lot of that.
There was a lot of stigma then. Yeah. So I even used the words that people were using then. Oh, adopting.
Which was very creative, by the way.
So I'm like, let's use the same one to use it in a positive way, but it's something that
many didn't adopt and take. But listen, if there's someone out there you go. This song is very relevant for years to come.
Yeah.
Moses is on the line. Moses, hi. Yes, how you're back. Petersen is here.
Petersen
thanks very much, elders.
Mama nimbo ya nikonda ko dofuna imbeko nezo konda ke maningi nitekanya love na iza tekanya love haino nakulatanya then nimaenda ti kuona monga kuline suliweka ulila eviteni sozi zingotoka atuna bantu pali bakuseka wale manazo ufuna kunileka kalalalo.
Yeah. Ndiwe weka maidi ya my lover.
Do I know that song?
Weka wali kuda my lover. Ndiwe weka maidi ya my dream lover. Yesu wanga weni kunda my lover. My chika shana. Yeah, that one.
Sima enjoy bagari nashita musho kambo itao bantu ku studio live.
Kuwaimbisa.
Thank you for that.
Kuboba chose satulea.
Nice one. Thanks a lot for coming through. That's what I mean. So people will say, hey, Waburemba video. I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
These people were getting them from their old bag. Wamberapo chile hapa. Hapa. Palibe. Listen, before we go, there's two more songs I want you to perform. One of them is Maofos. So, yes, that's coming up. Petersen is still here before we wrap up the show.
We're trying to make it hard as time goes on. Like, you start with words that you know I can sing.
The music this is your music.
6 to 6. Zambia music hits from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Sunday. Only on Hot 87.7 FM.
So Petersen is still here. Quickly before we go, two more songs. The first one, this. So you said Danny.
Yusufu.
Got to this. Hey, that's Danny all the way.
Dan.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Danny.
Yeah.
So you remember the vocal on this?
Let's go.
You want to go with it?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's take it from the top. Here we go.
Yusufu Yusufu. Yeah man. Kaboom. Timabaona masiku onse vangopitana na masista vatu kuvagurira mapajero kulipira na mabutiki ya nsalu vasista vatu navo vangogona navo kuzamvera na mawanu kuchitoti valako koma vaivala kuti nivapirika vazatu ati stingalipire na rento olokuvasegulirako butiki stingakule na pulado olokuvatandalizako mupyalo vamakamba chosapo chivere chipano vafirika mulibe mane mulibe financial manso kuti wankosesha pe uwikalo vakonda vakanda yosweta ati ndiye vamasunga mushe kuvapasa ka life ikodula ati ndiye kene kamambe kamushe kuma nthawi yachikwati fika ava vantu sivakwatira mufirika vakutiriri jiniresa ni chimo kuli mulungu wavo nangawai mumakona navo vasista vatu ngasimgakwatire pamene ninafunsa Yusufu anayanka ati mvela nikoni nkumba tikudya koma maofosi avwidani.
Yes we have. Yeah. Listen, you can call now if you want to ask Petersen anything. 0974-870-877 before he performs one last song. Now, this next song here is 2011. After I was new on the station. Well, not new really, because I was like 4 or 5 years at the time, but new to a different show. I was given a Zambian music show.
Okay.
And I took it up. I went Planet Z. And I got this CD, a promo you had sent through.
Yeah.
And it came in. I looked at, Petersen, Stoga. I think I listened to it once and then playlisted it. I had no idea what the song was talking.
I think this is the fastest song I've ever recorded.
What do you mean by fastest song?
Like the fastest studio session.
The
quickest studio session ever.
Yes.
Like the quickest studio session I ever had in my entire career is this one. I think I did this in 3 hours.
Wow.
And I have done songs for 2 weeks, 1 month.
Yeah, you're just trying to polish it up.
This one was 3 hours with Jerry D, sorry. I just went to... I had a friend then who would put me in the right state of mind to work. This one is so big up yourself.
Yeah.
And so after chilling in Kabwata, I feel like being in the studio. So I called Jerry D. I'm like, are you at the studio? This is around 11:30. He says, yes. So 12 hours I go in the studio. Around 15, the song is done. I have it in my hand.
What was the... well, I know the inspiration.
So when I go to Jerry D, I just stand in front of him. I say,
wow. Just like that.
Then he'll start. Then he adds all that to my spice. And
yeah.
He adds everything. We've done the.
And the words.
And then I start creating. He plays, I create something, I record it, I stand, he balances it. As he still balances it, I make another line.
Wow.
Then I start thinking, what next? Okay, Kapogola is so what? Then I'm like,
Yeah, I was told that you write music like that. At Petersen, I'm a song in studio.
So that's why it's always very hard for me to know my songs. After I record the song, I have to play it to myself.
So that then you master
day, so that I listen to it like any other fan out there who heard a new song.
Yeah.
So I listen to my songs and learn them and then start performing.
Humphrey is on the line. Humphrey.
Yeah.
Hey, Zagaman, Bagari.
Yes, hi, Humphrey. Sorry, we're keeping you on hold for a long time.
No,
yes.
I knew I could wait.
Yeah, go on.
One leg in the water, one leg in the fire.
Kaboom!
Yes, sir. Bagamba in a zone of endeavor, Anyanture, Bueza, Zico, Fancy. Atoko, Bagamba.
Yes, sir.
Restaurant the Rapotari, bueno, so Anyanture Yadam Pangera Sensine.
No problem, boss.
Sure.
Yes, I
can try it. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming through. What's this thing with you and Kapogola? not the first time you're talking
like
about
most of my friends are police officers.
Hey, milking
75 or 80% of my friends are from that.
So tell me,
I was supposed to be one like in 2004.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 2004. Yes. So a friend of mine I was supposed to go with went. And when my song Munyaule came out, he was still in the line and he heard it from there.
Hey.
And he called me, like, I don't know the time they got free, then he called me, Peter boy, kuliche natipoanji gabi. Boy, kulichi nyimbo ndiona cha Munyaule boy. Natigabi boy, ndine ninachimenya hii. Itarira kuno wamatimbisa parenti Munyaule boy nati banaimba bakapokola kuli lai.
Wow.
So I like almost every town in Zambia I have like 2 or 3 police officers, friends that are not people that I have to force myself on or they have to force themselves.
Yeah.
They're just friends. So, boy, nafika, ulikuti, chan.
Wow.
Pogona boy tasotinga kudala. Don't get your lodge. We've already fixed the lodge. Like, yeah.
And they love
that. Yeah. In Lusaka, same thing. And I that's so I understand that life very much. I used to spend my time a lot in Skanze police campus. That's where my friend used to be. Yeah.
So that's what it is. Listen, let's get you to do a vocal on this. The news is up in 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Remember the words?
Yeah, man. Something for the people them to dance along and see Irie as Zagaman is.
Yamishe. Why kapokola alizo imwe?
Oh. Vene amachita alibena nsoni palise umwe. Ala. Ati vulisa vonse ndiye potilonga mu maselo mwe. Chosa belote iwe. Nkani yovula na imapeze kajabe kumaselo mwe. Maiwe. Koma tabetika vula na kuloba muja mukate. Chive chimadonya mumafunda muja mukate. Mumafunika stoka. One leg at the water, another one at the fire. So, yeah, there are just certain things you cannot go on and on.
Look, I love this song. It's one of my favorites from you. And I mean, you have a huge discography. Your catalog is huge. I mean, there's a number of songs you've not performed. Many people's favorites. There's so many. Recently, you did a song called Life Yapazedi. Remember, I told you, I'm like, I was like,
Kekero production,
this guy still has it.
Yeah. Life Yapazedi ni kutulugu shamuni. Sungangalete umolindila salari, yeah. Life Yapazedi ni kutulugu shamuni. Everybody sing. Ufunika waisa kukutamanga. Waisa kukupushi ngako. Life Yapazedi ni kutulugu shamuni. Ufunika waisa kukutamanga. Wachitabwa. Waisa kukupushi ngako. Life Yapazedi ni kutulugu shamuni. Life manje ni kusakata ni kupiva osalema. Umoyo manje umalubana ukachita. Yafuta ekonomika. Saladi ikulanika mwana. Nabamene wafola. Na waputika. Siman tumba today. Kaleza sichinama. Unga piwe komangongole zingo kutamba che. Piva live, limba muneya, piva muneo sawala loko bakulangane, zungangalete ungoli.
Man, listen. Again, like last time, it seems like you need another hour, man. A whole catalog, because there's also this.
One leg at the water, Spartacus, kaboom. Original Sam dancer Emperor Petersen Zagaze come around that again. Zefe, kaboom, 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 kaboom. Zaga life in the wire. Big up yourself, man. Original Zaga man, yeah, me say that. Bad man, we are wicked. Original Bada, Petersen Zaga man. Shill them up, please, the community, the educated, the original Sam dancer Empire. Let me say, Zaman, Spartacus. Maziko ya no really life, ya mapanga. Ni mavuna, one leg at the water. I think we are done here.
So, to listen more to Petersen, catch him.
And this is my production.
There you go.
I produced that one.
Wow.
Spartacus.
What can we say? Thanks a lot for coming, man.
No, thank you very much for bringing us here, especially that we're getting into December.
Yeah.
We're ready for the shows for December to close the year that in style. And I think only 2 weekends are taken the whole December. So, hey, everybody out there, come and get Petersen. Zagaze, we do them live music at your place.
There you go.
Original Zambian, so red boy.
Thanks, Zagaze.
Zagamani, she's as a tiger. Sinifuna popo majendia siniviber. Party Zambian, so in the driver. Zagaman as a musical viber. Everybody know me are better than them. I jump on the kude. Kaboom, kaboom, water. We are done.
Zambia music hits from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Sunday, only on Hot 87.7 FM.